Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 23rd episode of the Gentleman's Gank podcast. I'm amazing.
I'm still wearing pants.
I'm cool, I guess.
And I'm wearing broccoli.
All
That's impressive.
right, that is impressive. Where are you wearing broccoli?
That's probably a bit more information than you want to know.
I agree. All
See,
right.
I heard where, not why.
I said where as well, and
Oh, okay.
that's
But the
why
answer to
he
either
answered.
of those questions is probably too much information.
Sad news, fellow gentlemen.
Where?
The next X-Men movie will not include Patrick Stewart or Ian McKellen.
Well, what's the point?
I agree.
How did that happen?
I mean, I think it's probably
Who
the
dropped
fact.
ball on that?
I think it's probably the fact that it's all taking place in the alternate universe past weird shenanigans.
I see no point in that. That should make them not have either of those two people.
I concur. They
Why should
can
we
always
even go?
do flash forwards.
Let's not make them flash forward just to include one of our characters.
No, both of our characters.
You can't have Professor X without Magneto.
Yeah, and you can't have Professor X or Magneto without Patrick Stewart or Ian McKellen.
That's
Exactly. Unless you're doing X-Men First Class.
Uh, uh,
First Class was better than X-Men Origins. You can't argue that.
true. Wolverine, yeah.
Yeah, I will agree with that.
So-
All right. Obama's new war on DDoS attacks may compromise privacy. Is anybody surprised?
Not
really.
really.
No. Guess what? When you try and protect people on the internet, it means we lose our ability to have the internet.
Yeah.
No, there's still high hopes of the whole net neutrality thing. So
Yeah.
if it became a open basic utility, it would be a lot more free than it has been in a long time for us, the consumer. Not so much for the cable companies, but who cares when they screw most people over to begin with?
Amen. All right. Does anybody at all ever care about the Oscars nominees?
A little.
Really?
I mean, I like the movies. I like to know what movie of the year was.
No. I don't
That's
know.
all
I
I'm taking
marginally
We
care
don't-
if
we
an
don't know
actor
yet.
I like is nominated. But
We all
that's
know
about it.
DiCaprio still won't win a Oscar. No matter how hard he tries.
So, Pierre, do you know anything about the Hotline Miami 2 being banned in Australia?
No, but I'm not surprised at all. Australia's very strict about what goes into their country.
Yeah, they're pretty conservative. That was the word you were trying to find.
Considering GTA 5 has been pulled off the shelves and Targets in Australia, it's not too surprising.
But they were also put back on afterwards.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, and the publisher is actually calling them out for Hotline Miami 2. Although, to be fair, Hotline Miami 2.
Yeah.
Why? Why did it need a 2?
I
They
don't
could
know.
have just released DLC.
I mean, Hotline Miami did do pretty well in sales.
It was a good game.
So,
It was a rage-worthy game.
I would say that it was a well-made game. Not necessarily a good one.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything good about that series.
Oh, that's true. That I can understand. You know what isn't good? Hatred.
Yeah, hatred
That was-
hatred is not coming to any
It
console
is
ever.
so bad. It is qualified as the second only game to ever receive the adults only rating.
Adults only.
What was the first?
No. Adults only rating purely because of violence.
That is true.
There are other adults only games, namely all of the porn games, I guess they make. That I just whatever.
Are those even a thing anymore?
Well, they
I don't know.
are
Has
in,
anyone ever seen one of those
they're in
aside
adult
from like
stores, I believe.
what? Well, I meant like
You-
like in a place where people actually go to shop.
like physically, no.
Yeah, no.
No.
So
I mean, they're definitely a thing so long as the internet's alive.
that's true.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And
The-
as long as the internet's alive, there's not really a reason for people to go out and buy it.
So this is the only game based AO only on violence. The
What was-
first one was Thrill Kill. It
Oh,
was
my
actually
goodness.
unpublished and canceled. It was a 1998 fighting video game for the Sony
I
PlayStation.
think I remember this. I remember hearing about this. This was so graphically violent. Like
Yeah,
it
you
was
ripped people's
disgusting.
legs and arms off and beat them with them.
Yeah, like this was really bad.
Damn.
Like
Um,
I mean, it's pretty. It's still really violent to standards today.
yeah,
Back then, it was catastrophically violent.
yeah, it was like 3 times as bad as Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's, I mean, for
Yeah,
the
here it is.
time, really bad.
Examples of this content include BDSM and fetishistic costumes and acts, limb dismemberment, and violent special moves with names such as bitch slap and swallow this.
Yeah, there's no questions about what they're talking about there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. So, and, you know, hatred's hit with that. And that guarantees that it will not be on console.
Yeah.
At all. They won't touch one.
No company wants it
No.
to touch it.
No.
Like right now, Steam is the only thing going for it, and it was pulled already once off the
Yeah.
the shelves, only to be put back on by Gabe Newell himself.
So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it fell out of production. Although
It-
I did hear the one of the developers for Hatred say that he was proud of the fact. So maybe they'll continue production and finish it and release it.
I guess it's supposed to be kind of a satire of violent games.
I don't think it's a satire.
Yeah.
It
Something
takes a
tells
pretty
me no.
twisted mind to make something. Well, no.
Well, they are
4chan.
skinheads.
Yeah.
We already covered that fact.
Yeah, with the whole Street Fighter thing.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
All right.
I think I missed that. What's the that you're talking about?
Remember I spoke earlier on another podcast about a female character that had been pretty much pulled from any release to the US because fans were in outrage because she was too kawaii.
I think I remember.
she
that,
was
yeah.
too cute,
She was
or she was too
American?
sexy.
no, she was not too sexy. She was too cute because there are many female characters in that game series that are much more clantily scad than her. It just so
Clantily scad?
happened.
Clantily scad.
Scantily
It's
clad.
scantily clad.
Keep going.
Oh my goodness, scantily clad.
Drink more.
Oh, I haven't had. I need water.
Yeah, I haven't had right.
No, I haven't
Continue.
had any water. That's my problem.
Haven't had
Yes,
any
she
water.
was. She was pretty much an American character dressed to be Japanese. That's what the idea of the character was. Is that she's an American female dressed in very kawaii clothing with. I think it was bunny ears or cat ears. I don't.
What
remember
was the
which
problem with this? Also, you never talked about this because I don't remember this.
Yeah, I would have
Dude.
remembered that.
Like-
Okay, that sounds weird.
Yeah, I did because the developer pretty much fought back and said, "Okay, fine, we won't release it in the U.S." instead of release more skinheads for you guys to have, because apparently you don't like this.
Huh. That's weird.
Because apparently the fans are in outrage over it.
Such
Huh.
a weird thing to be an outrage over.
It
I
is.
would not complain.
I wouldn't either, but you know,
People like complaining.
America.
America.
Good.
America. All right. Blizzard is sending statues to old school WoW players.
Yeah. Well,
Do you know what I like about this? Is it reminds me of good old games. And by old games, I mean like decrepitly old games. And by
this
that,
game will never die.
I mean the games that you got and it came in a box, and with it came a map and a book of lore, and
Oh, so you're talking about
I'm
Legend of Zelda?
oh well, yeah, the original Legend of Zelda was amazing with that.
Yeah.
It came with a bunch of stuff,
I mean, that's
Or-
where all the plot was, is in the manual.
or like yeah, or like the Buck Rogers Countdown to Doomsday, which I still have the box for and all the stuff inside, and it comes with a rule book, and it comes with a log book, and it comes with a clue book,
Wow.
and additionally it comes with all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Jonathan, you're making yourself sound old.
6 floppy drive or floppy disks.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it was for the Amiga. It's got the Amiga data card in there. But games like that where it actually comes with something substantial.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
I mean, and yes, the original Legend of Zelda was a great example of this, where it would come with, especially the special edition one of those, where it would actually come with a map for you, and it would
Mhm.
come with all sorts of really neat stuff that people today don't remember. And it's sort of a
Did I ever show you guys those 3D Zelda maps?
No.
I'll have to post that link in the at the bottom. But
oh,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
yeah, it is. Yeah, a lot of companies really don't. Well, they still do that to a degree, but it's not as cherished anymore.
yeah,
Like I remember, we just with Destiny, they had the bunch of stuff. They had that Legendary Edition that came with a figure of the Ghost with a bunch of other maps and books
yeah,
and such that came with it, and that was really exciting. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D is supposed to come with a figurine, as well as versions outside the U.S. are getting versions with double-sided posters and decorative pins and all sorts of other things. It's a lot of games, yes, don't continue that, but the long-standing companies like that develop these age-old games that are becoming our age-old games,
yeah.
like 343 has announced a special edition with a figurine, but they haven't announced which figure it is. It could be either Master Chief or this new Agent Locke character. It's changed. Certain games are coming out with it because they are now the history of the gaming.
Yeah.
So I'm not too surprised with Blizzard sending out statues to their pretty much the guys that kept the company going.
Mhm.
Like World of Warcraft and Blizzard won't be nearly as huge of a company without their fan base.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like there are too many people that are trapped within their own homes because of WoW.
Yes.
What kind of statues is it?
It's looks to be pretty much a champion statue. I don't
Yeah.
really know exactly too much on it, but I'd have to look more into it.
And it's free?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going out as free. It's a pretty much a gift for. It's a thank
That's
you.
so cool.
Yeah, it's a thank you from Blizzard for 10 years of World of Warcraft. It's supposed to looks to be one of the warlords from the new
Warlords of
expansion.
Draenor.
Yeah,
It's Draenor, right?
yeah.
Pretty sure. I don't play WoW. So, fun fact that I learned reading about the original Legend of Zelda recently is that there was a lot of confusion for the American release because it says in the manual that the Paul's voice, a rabbit-like enemy, hates loud noise.
Oh yeah.
And in the Famicom, you could blow into the microphone, which is included with the Famicom, to kill
you had
those
to-
creatures.
You yell into the microphone
Bl-
because it's noise.
well-
Stop cheating.
Blowing or shouting. But they couldn't be killed on the NES because, hey, guess what? There wasn't one.
Yeah, we didn't get a
Oh, that's
microphone
right.
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's cool. Like
that was a
even
thing.
even back then, they had fancy things that we don't get. See,
This is why we can't have nice things.
this is why we can't have the 3DS regular size, the new 3DS regular size.
I don't think that's quite why.
It definitely is.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be?
Shut up, Dominic. It is.
Okay.
All right.
We could talk about space and how rich people are already claiming it.
Space. Isn't that against the law? Like the like.
Well, somehow, well, I
It's
wouldn't say
against the
that.
law for countries to claim space. I don't think anyone's ever tried
You
to
can
block
buy
it.
up property on planets.
Yeah, well, that's just a scam, as it always has been. I
Well,
mean,
this one's a
it's,
bit more real.
I don't.
There's actual plotting out for a billionaire city on Mars to be supported with satellite internet.
I'll put it this way: out there somewhere, someone has an actual certificate for the Brooklyn Bridge that is worth something because they really do own it. There are millions of people out there. One guy actually has it.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't even realize he still has it.
Pretty sure he does.
Sitting in his, well, you never know. It might be in his attic.
I don't think the Brooklyn Bridge is in his attic.
Well, the documents for it, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Do y'all remember Onachunbata?
Isn't tight.
Say those words again, except use words. You say the words.
That was one word. Onachunbata. It was a 2009 game on the 360, and it was an action game in the Dynasty Warriors style, wherein bikini-clad women cut down hordes of zombies with swords.
Say the name again.
Okay, yeah, that sounds.
Can you write it down for me?
Yes, here.
For research purposes.
One of the interesting things about that is that the
There's more? I thought that was all the interesting things that could have been packed into one game.
the game itself wasn't particularly fun, and the actual loading screens were more fun than the 3D game.
I love
Sounds
games.
like
that
an
don't
Can
let
you
me
guess
simulator.
why?
Boob physics?
No.
or lack thereof.
Well, I assume that that's just what the loading screen would be. Is like, you know, at the beginning of Super Mario 64, where you can like mess around with the face.
Oh yes, that would be amazing. Have like the next Dead or Alive game. This is
Yeah,
terrible.
exactly.
This is terrible.
Send all
kids-
complaints to Jonathan. What's your address?
All right, that would be Dominic Napolitano at gfys.com.
I was
Well,
gonna
I meant
say,
your house address.
Oh,
But whatever.
okay.
123 Fuck You Street.
Is that at the corner of Fuck You and Eat a Dick?
Yeah, yeah.
Kids,
You just
stop
have to
listening.
hop on-
Stop listening, kids. Also, don't
Cover your ears.
don't go look up Dead or Alive. That's a bad thing. It's a
No,
great
it's an
game.
adult game.
That's not. Well, that one's not so bad.
No, it's not.
There are far worse games out there.
Yes.
For
So
example,
so no
Vindictus.
no
Oh, that game was
No.
awesome. Don't even.
no. So no guesses for why the loading screen was better than the actual game?
I guessed.
No.
Does it
So
sing
it's
the
not a
Mario
valid-
theme?
No.
Oh,
The loading screen included a 2D side-scrolling version of the game.
Huh.
So while you were loading, you could play a smaller game, a mini game.
I always
That's
like it
just
when
like-
games make their loading screens interactive.
You always wonder why they don't?
No,
No.
Well,
He
because
always loves that.
yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I
the problem
always
with that is that you can't actually. Back in 1995, Namco filed a patent.
really.
Yep.
You're kidding!
Yep.
Damn it, Namco! Come on!
Wait. Isn't it Bandai Namco right now, or is it Namco Bandai?
Yeah.
keep changing
oh,
it.
I don't know. You're right. They do keep changing it. It was Namco Bandai. I think it's Bandai Namco now.
But what is the patent for specifically?
The
Namco
the,
Bandai.
the dang it! Stop talking. The patent is
Blah, 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 blah.
stop. Stop it, barbarian.
Worst part is I'm quieter than you in the podcast.
The patent
so
is
it will
on
just look funny.
the patent is on auxiliary games that play while the main game loads. If you want to look it up, it is patent U.S. patent 5,718,632.
That's so dumb.
Guess what?
What?
Is it expiring?
It expires in 2015. That's how patents work. 20 years.
I just looked it up. Yeah.
So
It
we
Are they-
expires. Yeah.
get to have it again. So
Are they-
Are they gonna
like,
renew
can-
it?
Yeah,
That's
can
the
they
question.
renew it?
I don't believe that the patent office is going to let them do that.
They better not.
um,
I was wondering why more games didn't do that. It's such a cool idea.
so
I mean,
theoretically, we can start seeing it again November 28th.
Oh, cool. End of the year.
So
just in time for all the new releases.
yeah.
Yeah, just in time for me to forget.
So technically, though, the patent expiration date is only when publishers can start integrating the idea. Programming it during the exclusive period, even with the intent to publish the game afterwards, would violate the patent. So whatever.
So it's gonna be a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll probably be 2016 by the time we see anything with that.
But still, it's happening.
Yes.
Hopefully.
And some people have still slipped through, like Onechanbara. So,
Skyrim had a bit of an interactive, but it wasn't as much of a mini game in the loading screen.
yeah. Oh, and it is Bandai Namco.
Even though their website says Namco Bandai. Like, it's two different, like, I'm literally looking at two different links for the same website. One says Namco Bandai Games, the other one says Bandai Namco Games.
Yeah, BandaiNamcoGames.com.
Both of them say the same thing.
If you click one, does it redirect you to the other one?
Yes.
Well, then that's why, because of course they would do that. You would
No,
buy
like, Literally.
every version of your game. You would buy Soft Micro, you would do Microsoft, you would Station Play.
Apparently, these two links are two different links, but the same link.
Of course. Well, it just redirects you to the other one,
Yes.
which makes honestly doing the switching names easy because you just flip everything over to the other one and redirect.
Ah!
This is really simple, man. What's
It's
your
so
problem?
frustrating.
All right, and that's it for our 23rd episode. This has been Jonathan.
Pierre.
Dominic.
And Tim.
He's still tired. All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Have a great week.
Damn it, Pierre.